Hello and welcome to episode 171, and just me and Simon for this one, and we're on the Linear Lakes complex. Just got here, about an hour of light left, not fishing yet, so got a bit to do yet. So yeah, just the two of us, got a bit to do. So we're on Hunt's Corner, by the way. I'm in peg 5, Simon's in peg 6. Sort of bit of our memories. First ever blog I done on Hunt's Corner was in this peg. So,
and you caught loads, so
yeah.
there's no pressure, Chris.
No
pressure.
But what did the bailiff just say?
The loads come out of peg 6.
Yeah, the only peg that's done fish lately.
So it's going dark. Let's get the rods out quick.
Yeah, it's Simon's peg, but yeah, but this will be my first time ever doing a winter session on here. Traditionally I've only ever fished this lake in the summer, so fingers crossed can actually have a winter fish. Anyway, waffling now, like I say, got to get the rods out yet, so just something crappy happens, let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
Right then guys, first rod about to go out. Light is just starting to fade now, so gotta crack on. But maiden cast of the new rods. So here we go. We'll talk a bit more about the what my new rods are tomorrow, but it's Buddy, my good luck mascot. There we go then. Maiden cast.
Good luck.
You can tell they're a lot softer than what I'm used to.
Was it good for you, that?
You can feel more the flex in the rod.
Yeah, you had more bend on it.
Hey guys, so as you can probably hear, it is absolutely lashing it down this morning. Only just started about half hour ago. Well, the heavy rain started about half hour ago. Bit of light rain when we first woke up this morning, and it's gradually got heavier and heavier to the heavy rain we got in now. Just looked at the Met Office weather app, and this heavy rain is now into midday. So I haven't touched my rods yet this morning. So what I'm going to do is basically kind of sit it out for the next few hours. I'm going to wait for this heavy rain to pass before I do anything. Simon has rechucked his rods. He managed to get his rods rechucked before the rain got too heavy, before he got too wet. So he has rechucked his rods. He's changed his tactics. He started like I did yesterday on PVA bags. Obviously none of us have had a touch on PVA bags yet, which is my normal tactic on this lake. So Simon's changed his tactics to kind of wafter rigs with Medusa kind of fake maggot top like he was using at Farlow's in the last video. However, when I do my recast later on, I will stick with solid PVA bags because that's how I've always caught on this lake, so that's what I'll stick with when I do a rechuck later on. As obviously no fish have come to us yet, I'll put out a bit of bait now. I've put no bait out whatsoever, just been fishing on the bags, but seeing no fish have come along, I'm going to try and entice some fish into my areas with a bit of bait. I knocked up a bit of a basic spod mix last night once I was set up, so if I started getting bites, then I was going to plan to put out spod mix, bit of bait, if fish come along. But that hasn't happened, so I haven't put out no bait yet. Right, anyway. Got some food coming in a minute. Young lad who fishes on not Oxley's, on Newlands, the complex next door to Linear, has just been around on his mountain bike. asking if anyone wants food, so rather than having to cook anything for breakfast, getting a bacon and egg back delivered this morning. Right, like I said, just got a few hours now to sit out this heavy rain and just fingers crossed, wait for anything to come along in the meantime. What you got goodies in there, my good man?
Well, Christopher, 10mm live system, coated in tiger nut oil and sprinkled with some
nut sludge
and corn.
And guys, so we've just seen Simon putting out a little bit of bait. He's decided to put a bit of bait out now, like I'm about to do, as fishing singles and bags up to now hasn't produced anything. So like I said, yeah, so both myself and him have decided put a little bit of bait out now, and hopefully that can get some fish mooching out in the area. We've seen Simon's spod mix, and I said yesterday that in this morning's little update, I'd knocked up a spod mix last night in case I decided to put some bait out, so that I can have a quickie look at my spod mix. There you go. If you can see inside that bucket, it looks orange and yellow because that's exactly what it is. It's some of the Hinders Tutti Frutti in some 15mm, which I've crumbed using the old Ridge Monkey crusher, and then some 10mm, and then a couple of bags of just good old sweet corn. So fairly simple. I've not added any liquids or anything else to it, just the crumb, 10mm and corn, just nice and simple. So I'm going to get some of that out. I'm not going to put a lot of bait out before anyone starts going, oh, you're putting too much bait out in winter. I'm only going to put a few spods out per rod, just to put a bit of attraction in the area, and then hopefully, because very visual as well, being orange and yellow, so hopefully it will draw the fish down onto the spots I'm fishing. Right guys, so we are kind of late afternoon now. Might even call it early evening if you went on kind of the light we got. So I've just round in my rods now to do me recast, and made up 3 new PVA bags. I say made up 3 new PVA bags because even though I already had a load made up, you've seen me put out some spod mix now to put a bit of bait out, and as I showed you, the spod mix has got a 50% element of corn in the mix now. And when I was looking through me made up PVA bags, I didn't have any bags with yellow baits on to kind of match the hatch of the freebies as what's out there now. So I've just knocked up 3 new PVA bags, and well, the baits are kind of, I think you can just about see a smidge of yellow. There we go, in that bag. Now I think you can just about see it in that bag. So yeah, so all 3 baits have got yellow baits on now, all pop-ups, because when I wound the rods in, I was bringing little bits of weed, bit of dead leaf and that, so I just want to make sure the hooks are off the deck and away from any lake bed debris. All three rods on the old fruit salad pop-ups, 12mm. So obviously still PVA bags, just a bait colour now to mimic a bit of what I've spotted out. I mean, to be fair, because I've spotted out a load of Tutti Frutti, I could have gone with Tutti Frutti on the hook bait, but to be fair, it was just the first pot I picked up out my bag to that would match the hatch, so that I do. Right, just got to attach them to the rods now and get them out there. Bit of goo. Right guys, so as you've just seen, all 3 rods are now out again. So I've done it with a bit more spare time this evening rather than last night. Last night the rods literally went out on edge of darkness, so wanting to get everything sorted a little bit more, with a bit more time to spare this evening. So they're all out. Goo all over my fingers. Fairly happy with where they all landed. If anything, number 2 rod, middle rod, I'll probably hit a little bit hard, and I think any eagle-eyed people might have noticed I might have just had a little bit of spring back. If anything, I ain't going to worry about it. It's a solid bag, it's going to be fishing. It probably bounced back 2 or 3 feet, so it's insignificant really, I think. But yeah, apart from that, the rods are out, we're fishing again. That's hopefully a bit of bait and matching the hatch might be a bit more fruitful. Fruitful, fishing on the fruit salad. Good morning guys, and unfortunately it has been another quiet night for both Simon and I. Very, very cold last night. woke up early hours of this morning to go and have a wee, and it was a little bit frosty at 4:30 this morning. Woke up properly at 9 o'clock this morning and everything was just frozen completely, absolutely frozen solid. So whether it's this really cold weekend has slowed things up fishing wise, who knows, but we haven't caught yet. Still a few hours of our session left. Yeah, I had a bit of a liner yesterday, but that's all it was. It could have been an aborted take on my middle rod, but I had a little bit of a ran to my rods. Nothing else happened. So, talking of rods, unfortunately we haven't got to see them in use, but I have got new rods. Those of you who follow me on my Facebook page, Cup Kings Let's Go Fishing, would have seen me say I've bought some new rods, and these are them. They are Terry Hearn classic rods. Cost a few quid. I just fancied a bit of a change really. So like I say, unfortunately we haven't got to see them in use this session, but these rods are like a test curve. My old Fox rods were a 3.5 test curve. These rods are 3.25 test curve, and there's more fish playing action to these ones, as in I think they call it they're more progressive, as in the middle of the rod will bend a lot more than the Fox rods, which is what I want. Them Fox rods I had were really long range casting rods, and you've seen in my fishing I don't really do long range casting. Even on venues where I can long range cast, I still don't. The kind of ranges I ever fish on venues maximum, these rods will still achieve it. Like I said, they're 3.25 test curve, 12'9" as well, so they still reach the distances I fish. But eventually when I do catch a fish, because they bend more, I'll get more enjoyment out of the fish play inside of it. So, but anyway, so right, gonna go and try and warm up a bit. Gonna do a bit of busy admin to start packing things down. Yeah, like I said, still a few hours to go, so it's not over yet, but judging by the amount of action and lack of even liners we've had this session, I'm not going to hold my breath. Right then guys, that's it, game over. And unfortunately for me, it's my first ever blank on Hunt's Corner, but it is winter fishing. It's been really cold this weekend, can't catch all the time. If it's any consolation, the bailiff has just been round and he said the whole complex has been dead. Even the Brasenose Lakes have hardly done any fish this weekend, so if they're blanking, I mean, this is a much harder water, so the way it goes.
Nobody's got out there.
No. There was some guys in 7 and 8 on Friday night, they blanked. There was a guy in Peg 9 last night, he blanked. A guy in Peg 1 last night, he blanked. So it's been a complete blank to everyone on this lake this weekend. So like I said, but that's winter fishing, that's the way it goes. Can't catch every time. Anyway, I don't know when I'm going to be fishing next. Do you?
I've got no idea.
No, not me.
Idea.
So at this moment in time, I don't know when I'm fishing next. But anyway, whenever I will be out next, till then, tight lines.
Tight lines.